What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Just got out the shower. Saw this underdog cardio club tank sitting around. Decided, you know what? I earned this tank. I put the cardio in. I put the work in. I earned this tank. I'm wearing it today. Am I maybe not big enough to probably wear one of these tanks? Do I even have a little bit of a farmer's tan going on? Yeah. Do I not look as good as Pete Overzet does in one of these? I think that's up for debate. But today, we're hopping into a Best Ball Mania 3 draft. We're doing a live stream today because I have a flurry of videos coming out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're not streaming Saturday, so we're replacing that Saturday stream with today. We're hopping in a Best Ball Mania stream. Let me know, is the volume all right? Is everything good? How are we doing? How are we doing, fellas? Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? It was going to be a wild draft before it even started, dude. I've been messing around with these thumbnail titles. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Welcome back to the basement. How are we doing? Just waiting for the next puppy. My BBM3 today is nice. Okay, Brock. What do we got here? Where do you think MT goes once people start seeing he is healthy? And where do you think DK goes if/when the Seahawks get Jimmy G? I'm not sure they get Jimmy G. I'll answer questions in a little bit. I'm just saying what's up. Anyone do Dynasty in here? A lot of people in here do Dynasty. We got Suns out, guns out. Come on now. It's called the Ayo. Chill. Ron, you low-key be jacked if you went really hard at the gym. I know. I would. And I think most people would if they went really hard at the gym. I will say I go like 2 to 3 times a week. I went pretty hard in high school. And then, like, the pandemic came around, and I stopped for a long time. I've just recently, I would say, like, the last 2.5 months, I started going back. But just, like, 2-3 days a week, nothing crazy. My bench is also, horrendous. All of my like, big movements, like squat, bench, deadlift, whatever, all shit. I do, like, literally just free weights, machines. I do none of that. Yeah, I wish I could bench 2 plates. I know Rudman out there in the underdog streets is out here going crazy. What do we got? Suns out, guns out, of course. What's up, Ron? How's it going, Quincy? All right, so we're going to hop into one of these drafts. What do we got here? You want to know what I'm stacking up at height and weight-wise? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm bordering, if we want to get into this a little bit, I'm bordering on the side of, oh, all right, buddy, you're getting too heavy. I keep setting, this is what I'll say, I keep setting PRs in my weight in my entire life. Here's the thing, you have to remember, Brock, I'm also 6'3". I don't know how old you are, Brock. My entire life I was super skinny. Freshman year of high school, I was on the basketball team, 6'3", probably like 155, dude. I've been the same height since then. Right now, I'm 6'3", 210. My PR, my highest weight I've ever been at, 215. We're 210 right now. I like to be in that 200, 205 range. We're a little bit heavier than I usually am. But that's just kind of what it is right now. It's grind season, baby. We're out here in these fantasy streets. And sometimes you put the extra 5 on. It happens, bro. But yeah, I'm 6'3", 210. So I'm not, like, I'm fine, I guess. I'm fine. I don't know. What do we got? We're talking too much about the gym right now. We'll talk about the gym in a second, because clearly I do my research in the gym. I listen to fantasy podcasts in the gym. I'm out here writing articles and outlines in the gym while I'm doing bench press. I will outwork every fantasy football pundit in this space. All right, I was gonna do like a WWE wrestler promo. I just hopped out the shower. I saw it laying around. It finally came in. I decided we would rep the brand today. I'm a company man. I love Underdog. We're gonna hop into an Underdog draft. If you want to hop in with us, use promo code Ron. Underdog will match your deposit all the way up to $100. So if you put in 50, they'll match 50, and so on. You put in 10, they'll match 10. If you want to go something on the lower end, that is how that works. Now I'm gonna put the link so that you can just click on it. It'll take you right to Underdog. You can put in the promo code right from there. If you haven't already, fellas, I'm out here in a tank top asking you guys to use the promo code. Go out there, use promo code Ron. I'm going to put it in the chat real quick, and then we're going to get right into a draft. No wasting any time. Even though we've been doing a lot of chit-chatting about my physique, and you guys are all body shaming me in this live chat. No, I'm kidding. I'm just goofing. All right, so draft with me here. Use promo code Ron. I'll put that in the live chat, and then we'll get going. I'll share my screen and we'll get going from there. All right. All right, perfect. What do we got? Showing the screen. I think this should be good. We're going to go to drafts. I have a lot of people like ask me, how do you get into draft with me? You go to drafts on Underdog, and then Bestmania 3. This is the wave. This is what I'm trying to max enter at this point. I'm going to hit enter in 3, 2, 1, boom. Wow. So there's only 2 spots left at this point. Now I'll start answering questions. Any questions you guys have for me, I'll answer. Man, I look like a clown. A slow gainer? What do you mean by slow gainer? Rams and Dodgers fan? Wow, we got the Influencer 101. And I will say, fellas, we have the nope. We have the exposures on here, right? So we have JT at 7%, we have McCaffrey at 11%, we have Kupp at 6%. I think at this point, I don't know. I mean, JT at 7% is probably fine. I do feel some pressure to go JT. I'm fine with McCaffrey at 11%. I kind of want to go a little bit more Kupp. I will say, dude, I might just go Jefferson here, man. I might just go 101 Jefferson for fun. I think I'm going to. Let's go. I'm going to go Jefferson at 101 for fun. That's what I'm deciding. I know that I looked at the exposures, and I probably should just take JT so I get even with the market. But let's get a little bit weird. I want to go Jefferson at the 1 spot, and then see if we can get some interesting combinations through there. So we'll go Jefferson at the 1 spot. And I know that looks weird on paper, fellas. I know that looks weird on paper. Just getting a little bit out of my comfort zone, just for the fun of it. We're in the dog days of July at this point. Why not? You're 23. You said 6'2", 120 when you graduated high school, dude. You're a different kind of skinny. I have a buddy like that who just can't put on weight. I will say, freshman year of high school, I didn't put anything on, but it's easier and easier, fellas. Easier and easier, Ron. Why are you doing YouTube at 6'3", 215? We putting you at X receiver to beat press? Come on now. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. What do we got here? Favorite stacks? Zach Wilson, Braxton Berrios is one of my favorite stacks. I like Braxton Berrios, Zach Wilson. That's like a cheap one. Because I think like the wrong way to go about stacks is to just go for like the elite stacks where you just pair Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. You kind of want to find creative ways to really maximize both sides. What kind of... I would say Tannehill, Treylon Burks is a fun one. So I think that Tannehill and Treylon Burks are both really undervalued at this point. I don't know. It's hard to say without doing some research. But those are ones that I'll throw out there for now. Also, by the way, we are going to be hanging out, drafting for the next hour. Feel free to ask me whatever questions you want. If you want to ask questions about fantasy, dynasty, trade question, redraft question, ask me how I got so damn swole. Let me know. You said, nah, you a cutie? I appreciate that, King. Jefferson 101 is good content. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm all for the content. Yeah, the guy that got JT at the 104 is clicking his heels, bro. JT 104 is pretty wild. I'm almost sick that I like gave him access to that. That was probably a mistake. Rob, my boy, what's up, dog? Dude, my name for as long as I've been Misspelled, autocorrected to Rob my entire life, bro. MT and Jameis may end up being my new favorite cheap stack. I like that one too. I think that one is very fun. Suns out, guns out, of course. Of course. How do you know the draft is wild before you do it on stream? I just took Justin Jefferson at 101. This draft is already wild. It's already wild. And Jonathan Taylor went at the 104. People are going to roast the hell out of me for having Jefferson at the 101. This isn't something that I would do in every draft. You have to understand that when I approach these drafts, this is the one draft to save your entire life, gun to your head, your entire family dies if you don't finish in first place. If that was the case, I would take McCaffrey, but it's not. I have 150 bullets in my chamber. Please allow me to use one of them to make a unique Jefferson team at the 101. Can I at least have that? Can I at least have that? Wow, I wanted Andrews bad. Let's get weird. Let's just get like really weird here. Let's go AJ Brown. And let's go Kyle Pitts. I kind of love this. AJ Brown and Kyle Pitts. I love AJ Brown. And Kyle Pitts probably isn't somebody who gets picked at that turn very often. I reached on him a little bit. But this is how we get really unique. Nobody is going to start their draft out the gate. Or actually, geez. I might have goofed a little bit. I'm thinking through it now. I think that there actually might be a good chunk of teams that look like this. I'm trying to think through. So if you have Jefferson at like, you take him at like the 4 spot, you come back around. If you reach on AJ Brown and you come back around, you can take Pitts there. That was maybe a mistake. That maybe should have been Fournette. But I don't know. I think it's a fun team regardless. What else we got? All right, so I've missed some things here. What do we got here? What do we got here? You said, how much do you think MT rises since he looks healthy? If we get any positive reports that he's like healthy, practicing, looking amazing. I mean, where does Michael Thomas go right now? Wow. He goes later than I thought. 80.6. If things start trending in the right direction, it looks like he's going to play. I'm putting him ahead of Thielen at this point, ahead of Amari. Probably right here in this like Godwin, Juju, Bateman range. Probably right here at like the, what's this, like the 5-6 turn, 5 times 12. Yeah, that's where I think that he'd be. Competing roster, Lazard or Jacoby Myers in a second. Give me Myers in a second all day. Is it ever reasonable to trade a 23 first midseason? Sounds bad in practice. Tanking, keep it. Middling team at 3-3. Could backfire hard if you start losing. Competing, just sit. Yeah, I agree. Probably the only reason I would be doing it, the only reason that I would sell a 23 first midseason is if somebody just offered me value I couldn't refuse, or if I wanted to go grab like an elite quarterback or something, or if I just had like a surplus and had like 7. If you have like 7 23 firsts and things start looking right, you can start moving draft capital. I do agree though, it's still probably not great. FFPC format, what's your optimal draft strategy? I'm thinking of trying to go 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end in the first 5 rounds. Generally speaking, I'm actually, I just recorded a video on this last night. It's going to come out Sunday. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. But I talked about how I think that the biggest downfall of my strategy videos, which you guys have blown up, the most viewed video on this channel now is the double hero RB video by a good chunk. And pretty much the basis of it is I think that one of the biggest downfalls is that people watch my strategy videos and they're like, oh, 0 RB is sweet, I'm going to force this in my draft. That's a no-no for me. What I usually do is I sort of go into the draft really open-minded through the first 2 to 3 picks, and then all of them kind of lead me down like a choose-your-own adventure of, okay, you took 2 running backs in the first 2 rounds, you're going to go the double hero RB route. Oh, you took wide receiver, maybe you can go 0 RB here. So that's how it kind of, I let the first few rounds come to me, and then I go from there. And all 3 of the draft strategies I like to use at least, 0 RB, hero RB, double hero RB, all end up with wide receivers through the flex +2 through 9 rounds. And of course, we're staring Waller and Kittle both in the face, even though we have Kyle Pitts. I want to go Judy here. Judy here. Lamar gets extremely interesting. Let's go Lamar. I think this would be good. Let's do that. We'll go Lamar there. I will say I regret ever so slightly not going Lamar Bateman just for the stack at that turn, but I think that's fine. So my goal in any format, in FFPC as well, I did a bunch of FFPC drafts last year. I actually plan, me and Jacob Sanderson, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with him. We talked in DMs. I think that we are going to be doing an FFPC draft, co-managing it, and streaming it on the channel mid to late August. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's going to be really fun. He is a really sharp guy, outside the box thinker. Excited for that. You said you haven't gotten the 101 yet. The algorithm knows I like the Colts and won't let me get JT. Jeez. You do hate to see that. I traded Chase for Waddle, Hines, a 23 first, 23 second, 24 first. Man, that is I would say that's like trending towards even, but I don't love it, man. Trending towards even, but I do not love it. Waddle a 23 first, a 24 first, Hines and a 23 second. I guess in a rebuild, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have done that. I'm not sure if that's what you were looking for, though. I feel bad. We haven't done Dynasty content in a while, so when I get Dynasty trade questions, it's so tough, fellas. Like, if you've already made the trade, I don't want to shit on your trade, man. I don't want to give you buyer's remorse. Just at this point, you've made the move. That's it. Is Aaron Rodgers worth trading for? Is this redraft or Dynasty? If I'm, I would say both formats, not really. What's up? What's up, Ron, my guy? In a 12-team, one quarterback PPR Dynasty League, what wide receivers would you be looking for in return for Dobbins? He's my RB3 behind Eckler and Brees. Thanks, man. Love all the work you do. Appreciate that, man. It's one quarterback. That's interesting. In return for Dobbins, I think that Dobbins could probably get you something in that. If you're trying to compete, I think that Dobbins could probably get you something in that, like, Diggs, Devontae Adams area. And if not, maybe like DJ Moore plus something in that area. I'm not sure. Since we are playing for the big bucks, I like taking the risk on pick 80 MT. Could really pay off. Yeah, I agree. I think that he's somebody that is extremely undervalued at this point. At this point, we've seen enough positive signs. We're close enough to camp where we're getting to a spot where, with a lot of players, we're getting to like a breaking point where if we get enough positive news, their ADP is going to skyrocket. So right now is probably the best time to buy a lot of these discounts. So I actually love the discounts. I'm going to be coming out with a video on these guys, I want to say Saturday. But Alvin Kamara is one of them. I think Godwin is one of them, wherever he's going. Oh, wow. So he's already rising up to like pick 52. That makes me feel super good as somebody who got him. I think that I got him at like I got him in the 6th round. Yeah, I got him in the 6th round in a high-stakes league the other day, so that was fun. So Godwin is one, Michael Thomas is another, Kamara, those kind of guys that are in a spot where their ADP could skyrocket any day, just as if we get any kind of positive news. Of course, Kamara's a little bit different because it's a legal thing and not a health thing, but same idea. How you feel about Julio's situation in Tampa and his ADP and what will happen to Russell Gage? I'm actually curious to see it. Has Julio's ADP settled on Underdog yet? 164. I think that's still more than fine, 164. I would take him over Marvin Jones. Yeah, I love him at this price. I'll take him over all of these guys. For me, I haven't updated my rankings with him in there yet, but I think I would have him in this Kenny Golladay area. That's where he would fall for me. He's still giving you a really nice weekly ceiling. Wow, if Dobbins falls to me here, I'll take him. I'll do it. Let me have Dobbins here at a 12-round discount, please, or a 12-pick discount. Come on. Come on. Okay. So we'll take Dobbins. Who do we pair with him? We'll not be taking Gage. Let's go Michael Thomas. We've been talking about Thomas. Let's do that. Let's go Dobbins. And then let's go Thomas. This is going to be a 0 RB team pretty much, fellas. I like what we got here. Let's see the draft board real quick. What was that? Like 701 Dobbins, essentially? Reached a little. I don't really think that we reached on Michael Thomas. Who do we take Michael Thomas over here? Yeah, I would have Michael Thomas over anybody available at wide receiver. Yeah, I think that's beautiful, man. Look at this. This is a 0 RB team. We've taken our 3 detours. We're going to hammer 2 wide receivers back to back here. Hopefully we don't get sniped too hard on on falling wide receiver value, but this is a fun build, I think. I don't know. I might not have gotten unique enough, which is slightly scary. I think I might have butchered it on that 2-3 turn, because like I said, I do think. I mean, AJ Brown's ADP is 27, which is crazy, fellas. AJ Brown is my like 208, 207, something like that. What do we got here? Yeah, bro. Got to play the board. More than anything, remember the strats. To not necessarily forcing one you want to do. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I just let it come to me those first few picks and then kind of go from there. See what happens. Saw, dude. Oh, gotta show the draft board. That's my bad. I stay doing that, bro. You guys see the? I'm sure you guys did, but the Metcalf deal was pretty wild, dude. He got a bag. What, 30 mil? I think it was a 30 mil signing bonus, like highest signing bonus for a wide receiver ever, and it's only a 3-year deal, so he has like a chance at like 27, 28 to get another like near max contract. Like, shout out to DK Metcalf, whoever his agent is, did a great job on that. Wide receiver. I will say though, I think the situation was bad, but that was probably the. I don't know who could have afforded that, but. He got his bag. Wide receiver optimal over RB and redraft round 1 this year. Not really. Historically speaking, running back is better than wide receiver through like the first 10 to 15 picks, and then it switches to wide receiver. But that doesn't mean like I wouldn't take wide receivers at the top of the draft, though. I think you can make the case for Jefferson 101 in a PPR. But yeah, honestly, it depends on the format. But generally speaking, running back is better than wide receiver in round 1. You love pick number 5 this year? Me too. If you can just lock in any of those big 5 between Jamar Chase, Jefferson, Kupp, JT, McCaffrey. I don't know. My brain isn't working today, fellas. I don't know what it is. Chase for Waddle and 2 first. I'm fine with that. Yeah, like I think it's fine. I think it's fine. My thing is that if I had Chase, I don't think I would sell him for that. As much as I think that it was fine. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it was bad value. That Chase trade I think was fine. I would need more if I was on the Chase side, but from a if I was the mediator in that deal, like I would say it's fair on the market. You'd sell Eckler instead of Dobbins at this point. Dobbins' market isn't great. I actually agree. That's actually a great point. If you're in a league where Eckler is valued highly, that's perfect. Eckler goes like in like the 3rd round of startups. Yo, Ron, I just found your channel yesterday. Watched a bunch of your draft strategy videos at work. LOL. Are we in the basement? Dude, we stay in the basement. We grind in the basement. We got the guns out in the basement. Come on. You like T. Higgins, Chase, and Burrow all on the same team? Yeah, you can set that triple stack up. Taking Tony before Dobbins seems crazy to me. I actually think I don't know. I think that I actually have it that way in my rankings. It's just tough with Dobbins, man. I'm not drafting a ton of him. I only took him there because he fell 12 picks to me. Wow. We need to double tap wide receiver here. It's crazy Garrett Wilson's on the board. And he's so far down there that it would be crazy to pick him. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go Lockett, Claypool. Very simple. Very simple. I love Garrett Wilson, but we'll chill on that. We'll go Lockett. Dude, I got some things to say about Claypool. I'm going to kind of save it. If any of you guys follow me on Twitter, I never plug my Twitter, by the way, at @RonStewart_ on Twitter. I went on a long rant last night about why I love Chase Claypool. But it's very interesting that he's this yak explosive play guy who's been let down by really high ADOT targets. The idea that with not only Juju gone, but you have James Washington and Ray McLeod gone, all 3 guys who dominated the slot snaps in Pittsburgh. Claypool getting into the slot and getting those low ADOT targets that he can just eat with yak and just sort of tear up mismatches against linebackers and safeties would be perfect. I'm very bullish on Claypool for this year. All right, let me get back to the draft board, dude. I struggle with that, dude. All right, what else we got? What else we got? I'm going to pickle on whether to trade Miles Sanders or hold him. I got Mixon, Najee, or Brees. In Dynasty, I would sell Najee of that bunch. Seahawks should go after Jimmy G, but it does seem like inter-division trading is pretty rare. Does the DK contract affect your Dynasty valuation of him? Not really. Totally good, man. I've asked a lot of people, and a lot say good, and a few are because of the small lineups. I'm glad I got your input. Of course. Dude, DK spent agent has been MVP of this offseason, got A.J. Brown a bag too. They have the same agent? That's actually dope. You said, I don't know, the top 5 wide receivers this year are insanely elite. This is my favorite group of top-end wide receivers I can remember since AB, Julio, and Odell were in their primes. I kind of agree. You're talking about the top 3 plus like Diggs and Devontae. Diggs and Barkley or Mixon and Mike. Very easily Diggs and Barkley. I'm banking I can get JSN in the top 4 picks next year, and I'm so high on him. That's a lot of why I accepted that as well. That's fair. That's fair. I like JSN as well. Diggs, Bryce. Yeah, 2016, AB, Odell, Julio, D-Hop, AJ Green. Best top 5 wide receivers since then. Also, if you go back, dude, 2018 for fantasy scoring was crazy. I was talking with Bush about that from Fantasy Stock Exchange the other day. But if you look at just like 20 point per game scorers, I want to say there's it's a crazy stat that I found, but it's like since 2013 or something like that, maybe like a third of all the 20 plus point per game seasons came from that 2018 season, because you had like James Conner, Saquon, McCaffrey, Gurley. Can't think of anybody else. Maybe Melvin Gordon, probably Ezekiel Elliott, and then at wide receiver you had like AB, Julio, maybe AJ Green in 2018, but probably not. All I've ever done is 10-man league, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Any is RB valued not. What the hell, dude? You're gonna give me a headache with that, dude. What the hell are you talking about? I'm just goofing. All I've ever done, 10-man leagues, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'd say that definitely values running back a little bit more. But with that, it's still, so if it's 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, you want 3 wide receivers. That'll get you through the flex, and then plus 2, so that's 5 through like 9 rounds. Stevenson is going to be the steal of the draft. I agree. I also am going to be covering Stevenson in that video. I hate that I'm giving away all these secrets, dude. All these secrets to you guys. Huh. So this is a spot we should be taking running back at. I refuse to take a quarterback. I do think it would be fun to take Julio, but I don't want to. I think I can wait on Julio. I think this has to be this probably has to be Ronald Jones. So this has to be Ronald Jones. Then it gets close for me between Alexander Mattison for some correlation with Justin Jefferson, and just another wide receiver like a Christian Watson. Let's go Ronald Jones. What else is available here? Pierce, Henderson. Galladay is somewhat interesting. I don't really want a ton of Galladay, though. Let's go. None of this feels good. Let's go Alexander Mattison. It gives us correlation to Justin Jefferson, especially because I like the idea of getting the backup running back tied to a pass catcher, because they're positively correlated, right? So if Alexander Mattison smashes, it means Dalvin Cook got hurt, and if Dalvin Cook got hurt, then they're passing the ball more, and there's going to be more touchdowns going to Justin Jefferson. So they both benefit from the same avenue of chaos, if that makes sense. Patrick Gallagher, love Claypool, one of the best buy lows right now in Dynasty. Dude, Patrick Gallagher, I've told you this before, but I grew up with a Patrick Gallagher, who I would still call one of my friends from back home. He also went to Penn State, and he has the exact same name as you. And you guys are not the same person. Bonkers. Oh, you're saying the agent is Tory Dandy, and they're all three of them are repped the same way? Well, yeah, they're all in the same draft class, but that's crazy, dude. That's actually insane. Debo, AJ Brown, Metcalf, all of those 2019 wide receivers, dude. DJ Moore got a raw deal, bro. He took his deal. He took his deal like early in the offseason, and if you compare the amount of money that he got paid compared to these new contracts, it's bad, dude. It's bad. He's got that Britney Spears 15 years old deal, bro. It's bad. Is it smart to run quarterback and running back stack? I'd say yeah. It's not something I would gun for, but I think that it probably works fine. Really, it's the best wide receiver group since 2014. Wide receiver class was in their primes from like 2016 to 2018. That's fair. My hot take: Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones are top 5 running backs this year. I'd say those are decently in that area. Probably because 2019 and 2021 were great wide receiver classes. Yeah, that makes sense. Is RB valued higher in rounds 1 and 2 than yeah, running back is valued higher in a 10-man league with 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. You could just double tap running back and then go crazy at wide receiver, but I'd kind of let it kind of come to you. Yo, what's up, Michael? You said, where are you fine taking Julio? I would take Julio, like I said, like right in this Kenny Golladay, Gallup, Christian Watson range, right in this like 11th round. I think as soon as you're outside the single digits, I think it's pretty much fine. Now, I'm not going to be reaching ahead of ADP. I'm going to kind of let that settle where it goes. But yeah, I do like Julio anywhere in that like 11th, 12th round range. But I think you're able to get him in like the 13, 14, 15. At least on underdog. I have FOMO on Stevenson because I traded away Stevenson and a Devy second for Singletary and a Devy first. That is extremely tough. Dude, I think Stevenson might be a stud, man. He looked so good last year. Got all the juice. Looked good at Oklahoma, too. Ran Trey Sermon out of there. Ramondre Stevenson's fun, dude. I really like Stevenson. We'll see. He's somebody I need to get more exposure to, for sure. You said that is pretty crazy? Yeah, it is, man. It is. We need this 2023 running back class to be as good as advertised. So many older starting running backs right now. Yeah. Well, the thing is, at least 2023 and 2024 both look amazing. So we're going to have a lot of talent coming in. Hopefully, we need it. It's rough out here in these streets, dude, because all these 2017 running backs are getting old. And we haven't really had a great running back class since then. I'm trying to think. I mean, 2018 was okay. What, like Chubb, Saquon? That's kind of it. I guess 2020 with like what the hell happened? All right, so we're up here, or we're about to be up. Oh, I would have loved to get Jamison Williams there. This is going to be a Jahan Dotson pick. And I think it might even be a Ty Davis Price pick. So I need to end up with 8 wide receivers, a quarterback. Ooh, we could stack Jameis with MT. Though I do think we could even get skinnier at quarterback than that. Let's go Dotson. Dotson did not feel great there, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that the move there might have been Ty Davis Price and Jameis Winston. But I think that I can wait longer on wide receiver or on a second quarterback than that with Lamar. Like I almost, when I have a Lamar and when I have a Pitts, so like 2 elite onesies, I want to wait, man. I want to wait. Like I'm cool going all the way down to like Goff, Baker, Wentz, Mills. I think this is probably the cutoff, though. This is probably the farthest I'll stretch it. Tight end as well. With a guy like Pitts, I don't want to spend draft capital on tight end until, like, Evan Ingram at the earliest. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong. What do we got here? What do we got here? Danny said he doesn't like Aaron Jones at cost because of the red zone usage going down, and he'd need 60-plus receptions, which would be an outlier for him. 60-plus receptions for Aaron Jones I don't think would be that crazy. It's funny you say that, too, because me and Danny were actually talking in DMs about Aaron Jones today. And I'm not really super into Aaron Jones in redraft managed leagues. I think he's okay, but he's getting steamed to, like, the early second. At that point, I'm taking Saquon over him. I'm taking Debo over him. I'm taking CeeDee Lamb over him. I'm taking Kelsey over him. So I'm not going to end up with a lot of Aaron Jones. But I do see the appeal. I see the appeal that with Devontae Adams gone, he'll have a bigger receiving role. Goal line work might not be there, but we've seen Aaron Jones have monster efficiency seasons up there with like an Eckler. Like Eckler, Aaron Jones, and Alvin Kamara have been like the three horsemen of just having monster efficiency seasons. And I'm actually making I hate to keep on promoting my mixtape. I'm coming out with a video on this, why I think efficiency matters, and sort of how previous efficiency predicts future efficiency. And efficiency isn't sticky year to year, right? It bounces around up and down a lot, but it highlights the ceiling. So if a guy pops off in efficiency, which I like to use fantasy points over expected, if he pops off 1 year in that, from what I've seen, he's more likely to pop off again. It's hard for a running back who's never popped off and had a really efficient season to do it again, right? So we keep betting against Austin Eckler of like, oh, he has too many touchdowns per touch, whatever, and he probably won't replicate that. But every year Austin Eckler has played, or a majority of them, that's the thing. It's not every single year, and that's why it's not sticky, because you can have these massive swings, but you don't have access to the massive highs outside of players who have already showed that, or players who are young and have the uncertainty. So with Aaron Jones, we know that a monster efficiency season is in his wheelhouse. We know that he has pass catching upside. We know that he has contingency upside. So he's almost even like a handcuff almost, where you're getting upside. Where like if we scroll up to these top running backs, right? Jonathan Taylor. I mean, what's a decent like Dalvin Cook? If Alexander Mattison goes down, it doesn't bump Dalvin Cook up a ton. Like if it came out tomorrow that Alexander Mattison tore his Achilles, which I feel bad for even saying that out loud, probably wouldn't move his ADP at all. But if it came out tomorrow that AJ Dillon tore his ACL or something, Aaron Jones now getting picked here. So you're getting access to some crazy upside, and especially in tournaments, best ball tournaments, I don't want to be locked out of that upside, because there's a scenario out there where AJ Dillon gets injured in week 15, and Aaron Jones weeks 15 through 17 is the hammer you needed in the playoffs to go crazy. So that is why I think it's probably wrong to fade him super, super hard, but he's also not somebody that I've been drafting a ton of. But I want to get some more of in that, if I can get like a late second cost on him. I honestly prefer Dillon over Jones. I don't love either of their prices, if I'm being honest with you. I could still see Dillon leading the league in rushing touchdowns this year, LeGarrette Blount status. I think that's actually a decent bold take. Dude, I'm going to actually keep quiet. Who's going to have a better year? Damn. Whoever Anthony Marie, I'm sorry for blowing out your eardrum. Screw this guy, bro. 4 quarterbacks, dog. 4 quarterbacks, and you have to steal Jameis Winston 15 picks past ADP when we were going to possibly take him at the last turn. That's insane, dude. Insane from this guy. So we'll go Daniel Jones, fair bit past his ADP as well, but that's just super annoying. We don't need any more quarterbacks. We're looking wide receivers, running backs. We only need one more wide receiver, and I would like him to stack with Daniel Jones, so we're going to wait on that. We do need a tight end soon. Let's go Ingram. I don't like any of these running backs here. I'm not in love with Darrell Williams, so let's go Evan Ingram. I think this is, yeah, that works. That works. So now we don't need any more tight ends. I'll show you guys the draft board. He said, yup, and 2 highly regarded 2020 RBs in Dobbins and Akers who had major injuries. Yeah, that was supposed to be that next class, 2020. That is right. Wow, you got Claypool at great value, lots of upside with him if he's playing in the slot. Yes, sir. That's what I was talking about earlier. But I'm very hyped for Claypool in that slot usage that he's looking at here. Right, I just did a 10-team best ball and sleeper. I drafted from the 8 spot, and I started with Eckler, Mixon, Andrews, then Fournette. What the fuck? Please hype me up. Fournette in the 4th round's pretty crazy, even in a 10-team. I don't love taking 3 running backs, but it fell to you in a way where I think that makes sense. I just hope that you made up for it at wide receiver after that. Makes sense. How does your priority change for a redraft point situation? Like, do you rank players the same? Do you prioritize stacks too? What was the last question you asked that I answered, Adam? It seems like a follow-up. I'm not seeing your last comment. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Ron. It just makes sense. How does your priority change for a redraft point situation? I need a little more context, Adam. It's a great point about potential injuries in the backfield, opening up a ton of opportunity. RBs are RBs. Chances are they'll miss a game or two, if not more. I loved Aaron Jones in Dynasty this offseason. Not sure why. Yeah, I have him on a couple of Dynasty teams. He's been a great value in Dynasty. Him, Fournette, Connor, all guys that I've been loving in Dynasty. Exactly. They're all cheaper than guys like Kamara, guys like they're all cheaper than even guys like Mixon, who goes like in the same exact spot as them in these drafts. They go literally let's not say Harris, but like Swift. I don't know. Wow, this guy got a crazy value on Fournette. But yeah, when we look at Aaron Jones, when we look at Fournette, when we look at Connor, they all have similar projected, ceilings, outcomes, whatever, as a lot of wide receivers that are in that exact same range. Would you say that dude really wasted $25 to take 4 quarterbacks and troll the rest of you? Yeah, it makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. Sorry for the make sense. I was replying to something you said out loud. I typed